Hi, this is Matt Lewis from the Daily Caller, and you are listening to Vigilant Liberty Radio.
At Independent Journal Review, we publish news that is objective, fair, and entertaining. As one of the top websites in the United States, it's our duty to bring the absolute best to our readers. Readers like you. IJReview.com, your number one source for news and entertainment.
A progressive woman once told me that if she was my wife, she'd poison my coffee. I told her if I was her husband, I'd drink it. This is Alan Bordius, host of Their Finest Hour, Monday nights here on Vigilant Liberty Radio.
Hi, I'm Dustin Hoyt with America Our Way, and you can hear me right here on Vigilant Liberty Radio at 10/9 Central on Thursday nights. We bring you the best in political commentary from the right-wing, conservative, libertarian perspectives coming together and bringing the best content on the internet. Be sure to tune in every week for your favorite shows. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Hi, this is Missy Bordius. Join me as I share my womanly bits on the Conservative Feminist Show, 11 p.m. on Fridays, here on Vigilant Liberty Radio.
At Independent Journal Review, we publish news that is objective, fair, and entertaining. As one of the top websites in the United States, it's our duty to bring the absolute best to our readers. Readers like you. IJReview.com, your number one source for news and entertainment.
To a half hour with Michael Schaus from townhallfinance.com. A few more things that we need to talk about. Mike, I don't know if you saw it. This, I don't know how much blood pressure medication you already take as a result of your age. Do you take any at all?
Zero.
Yeah, me neither. Well, did you happen to see the?
Again, dude. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's, you know what? I think it's just a fun thing because I woke up this morning every single square inch of my body in pain because I'm old.
Welcome to the club, dude.
Right. So my giving you a hard time because of your advanced age is merely a projection of my own hyper awareness of my pending mortality.
And you know what? I mean, if people really realized, yes, there's a bit of daylight between you and I, but it's not like an ocean, all right?
Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, for those that do need blood pressure medication, I just did an article the other day, and I wanted to talk about it real briefly, especially in the context that we now have supposed conservatives in charge of the Senate and the House talking about the federal debt. And I did this article because at the year end we've reached, well, actually we reach a new record level of debt every single second. But there are some facts that have come about that I wrote an article on. It's on IJReview.com. 9 fun facts about the federal debt that might leave you needing blood pressure medication. And I thought it would be helpful, Mike, just to go through these facts. What do you think?
I think you're right on. And you being that guy, geekily, And I've come out of the closet that way myself. But yeah, start us off, man.
All right. The first thing, and I did not know this, I had to research this myself. The last time there was no federal debt was the year 1837.
I did not know that, and I found that fascinating as well.
The debt was paid off, and then the very next year, in 1838, we took on some federal debt, and so from 2014 to 1838, so there has been some sort of federal debt for the last 176 years. Now, number one, the total outstanding debt at the end of the year was, it's hard to say this, 18,141,444,135,563.30. The debt increase for 2014, just the increase for 2014 was 789 billion.
Right.
For 2014, for every full-time worker in America, the debt increase per worker was $7,500. So, for all of you that worked hard to not put anything on a credit card, for those of you that even worked harder to try to pay off your debt, whatever personal debt you had, credit cards, medical, cars, mortgage, whatever, for all of you Americans that worked to lower your debt load, at the same time, the federal government increased your share of the federal debt load by $7,500. What else? Since President Obama took office in 2009, the federal debt has increased 71% by $7.5 trillion.
Mm-hmm.
That works out to $71,000 per full-time worker. So, if you cast your vote for President Obama on his first election, I'm tired of that. Move on. Next topic.
All right, so we got to get to something that we talked about this yesterday. Chucky Schumer, one of my favorite Democrats. I always refer to him as a camera whore. So he came out and kind of did the tightrope thing, right? We talked about it. He's pushing all the amendments to the Republican Keystone Pipeline bill, right? But still thinks even if they all get added, which will be a huge debate, that Obama should veto the thing anyway. All right, so now, and this did not surprise me at all. In fact, I laughed to myself. The White House has come out, and said that regardless of whatever the bill is that approves the Keystone Pipeline, Obama's going to veto it. Did you see that?
I did. I did. So regardless of, at this point, how is it even possibly a discussion?
Well, you just have, like we said again, it's between the unions who, AFL-CIO included, who support the pipeline for jobs and blue-collar workers and everything else, and the environmentalist wackos, like we talked yesterday. But to me, the interesting part of this story, and this is quintessential classic Obama. Call it pettiness, call it Barney Fife, call it whatever you want to call it. That the timing of this thing. He's waffled on this for years, right? Well, the studies are not all conclusive, and we don't even know, the route and whatever have you. But without provocation, Josh Earnest comes out yesterday and announces that, by the way, if Congress, because he knows it's going to happen, Obama knows it's going to happen. By the way, if Congress passes Keystone legislation, Obama's going to veto it. To me, it's the timing of it. This guy, he can feign and pretend and lie about wanting to work with Congress all he wants. But the timing of this thing to me was, honestly, it was humorous.
At a time when gas is lower than it has been in however long, and the oil prices just sank again today.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, okay, guys, the wind is at our backs in terms of ridding ourselves of, or not, the wind is at our backs. The wind is potentially at our backs to rid ourselves of reliance on the crazy Middle East. And all we really have to do is open a window, and that breeze will just blow through ever so nicely. And you saw that, Mike. I don't know. It was, oh gosh, it was probably 6, 8 months ago, something like that. That I did on IJ Review. It went totally huge. It was a map showing all the existing pipelines in the country, and then it overlaid.
Yes, I remember that, dude.
Yeah, and it was, you always see this. There's always a map that shows what the Keystone Pipeline will look like, and it looks like the Keystone Pipeline is going to create this crevasse down the center of the country, renting the entirety of the nation into two separate, unclean, unhealthy pieces. But then I found this other one that had all the existing pipelines in the country, that it looks like going to Buca di Beppo and getting the large plate of spaghetti. I mean, it's the pipeline right now.
By the way, I hate that place.
You're kidding.
Oh my God, dude, that's the White Castle of Italian restaurants.
All right. Well, I just like the fact that you can get mozzarella cheese out the wazoo. But my reference nonetheless stands. I mean, the portions. I mean, they serve one large plate of spaghetti that's enough to feed a family of 72.
Right.
That's what the country's oil and gas pipelines look like. Adding the Keystone XL pipeline into this, it's a portion of a percentage of. It's not even a full percent of impact in the overall pipelines that it would make.
What? Listen, I mean, I just gotta just tell the listeners here. I know that thing's probably archived because we at IJR archive stuff after a while, but we need to dig that up, man. And you gotta, I don't know, either I know how to get to it if it's archived, but we need to put that image on the rightmics.us because it's really it's amazing. I didn't even know that. And yeah.
You know what? As you're talking, I just found it.
We need to put that image up on the blog because it's kind of profound.
Yeah, I just found the thing. It's definitely archived. It went up 9 months ago.
Right.
So it's not registering the views anymore, which is frustrating and upsetting to me. But yeah, it's got this Buca di Beppo plate of spaghetti look, man.
So, all right. I just, you know what? I mean, I understand the politics, the tightrope that Democrats need to walk and the whole bit, but it's to me the hypocrisy, and I don't know why I always fall back, maybe because that's what they are, and that's who they are, and that's what they do. But the hypocrisy here to me is incredible because clearly this thing, compared to as your post points out, nowhere near what's going to happen. What would happen with Keystone, and furthermore, Obama's argument that, well, we have to wait till the various court cases are settled and blah 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 blah. He didn't think that about executive action on amnesty. No, zero, not at all. It's ideology, and he's just placating the environmentalists, man.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know what? I think that I think a good point to transition on this is perhaps things might be a little bit different without the Harry Reid around. Let's play that Krauthammer video.
Exactly.
I mean, because that's exactly on point. And let me set this up.
Set it up.
Yeah. So here's the thing: is talking about the pipeline and amendment process in the Senate. Krauthammer saw all this discussion as an opportunity to make a point about what Congress will look like now that Harry Reid is the minority leader. Because as much as folks say, Congress hasn't done anything, they haven't passed any bills, blah blah blah, what's happened is the House under John Boehner